Welcome. If you're new via here, be sure to click the subscribe button and also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified about videos uploaded from this channel. People wagwan. You know, so from the summer forward, I come with the latest updates, so we get right into it. 44-year-old Richard, who a customer service manager of Bag Village, St. James, was charged for assault at common law, unlawful wounding, and illegal possession of firearm after he allegedly threatened to kill a woman in Ryan Park in the parish on Saturday, August 6. Reports from the Montego Bay police are that about 4 p.m., the complainant and another woman got into an argument where both of them started throwing stones at each other. Who is a licensed firearm holder allegedly pushed the complainant to the ground, pointed his firearm in her face and threatened to kill her. The police were informed and an investigation was launched. Who later turned himself into the police in the presence of his attorney. He was charged following a question and answer interview. In this case, I honestly feel like say you never want to harm this woman, but you want she get timid and go one side. So you pull the firearm for make she get timid and low you alone. To be honest, I love how you man up and just turn yourself over to the police because God know, enough of them hoodlums would do it. Sir, you're a licensed firearm holder, you're supposed to know much better than this than have people on the roadside that draw you out. Members of the weapon have to protect you, your family, and people on the road by choice. Use it wisely, no man. And for the people them where wonder how is he a licensed firearm holder, but he was charged with illegal possession of firearm. When a legal weapon is misused, it automatically become illegal. And since Richard never used weapon for protect himself or anybody else, him use it for intimidate somebody, it is illegal. A team of officers assigned to the Westmoreland Police Division seized 1mm Beretta pistol with a magazine containing 5 rounds of ammunition during an operation on Great George Street, SlapWEh, in the parish on Sunday, August 7. Reports from the SlapWEh police are that about 11:30 p.m., lawmen were on patrol in the market area when they saw a man acting in a manner that aroused their suspicion. On the approach of the police, the man dropped a bag and ran. The bag was retrieved and found to contain the firearm. No one was arrested in connection with the seizure. The story kind of sounds shaky because if this man arose on a suspicion, one should have ensured that this man no get away. So you mean to tell me say if this man had decided to run with that bag in his hand, one would allow him to get away with an illegal weapon? Or at the drop where him drop the bag, distract Uno from catching him. Something just not add up and it not sound right. A 35-year-old man who was killed in a police shootout in March was recently discovered to be the trigger man in a 2021 murder. Joel Cheese Foster was positively identified by a man who shot and killed Makeda Pops Thompson, 27, on March 25, 2021. Both men were from Cannon Heights in Clarendon. According to reports, about 8:30 p.m. in March 2021, residents heard loud explosions sounding like gunshots and informed the police. Upon their arrival, Thompson's body was seen lying face down along Dadaboy Avenue in the community, with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the head and back. The scene was processed and the body was taken to the Mapen Hospital. Police said on Saturday, March 19, 2022, Foster was fatally shot after he engaged lawmen in a gunfight on Francis Avenue. In a housing scheme in Mapen, Clarendon, a firearm was retrieved in the incident. Police said a witness from Thompson murder recently positively identified Foster as the killer. It seems as if Thompson was well feared in his community. It took these individuals one solid year before them come out for decide to them gonna do an identification parade. Sadly, the time when them feel like say them gonna come out come do it, it don't really make no sense because this man dead and the family not gonna really get no justice more than them know who take them loved one. The Clarendon police have launched an investigation after more than $500,000 worth of furniture, appliance, clothing, and food items was robbed from a house in Palmer's Cross in the parish. The robbery reportedly occurred between 7 a.m. last Wednesday, August 3, and 6 a.m. the following morning. It was reported that members of the household securely locked up their 4-bedroom dwelling and left. Upon returning the next morning, it was discovered that the front grille to the house was pried and the front door was forced open. Several items was also discovered missing, including a smart TV valued at $90,000, a refrigerator valued $120,000, a grey settee valued $30,000, a wall fan valued $7,000, a stove valued $50,000, a queen-size mattress valued $90,000, a Samsung smart TV valued $120,000, food items valued $40,000, and clothing items valued $30,000. Following the discovery, the police were contacted and the detectives visited and processed the scene. 2 Clarendon fishermen who were last seen heading to sea south of Rocky Point last Friday have gone missing and have been feared dead. The men, 42-year-old Robert Rear and 29-year-old Lucky Ellis, both of Portland Cottage address, reportedly set out at 10 a.m. Jonathan Weir, father of Robert, believes his son is dead. The senior Rear told our news team that another fisherman had related that his son's boat had become faulty and that Robert and his colleague ran into difficulties while returning from Pedro Bank where they had gone fishing. Him say him stop and then him say Robert a bail out water out of the boat with a bucket, then him dive off. But when him turn and look back around, him no see Robert. After that, him see the next 2 boats run a back and him ask if them see Robert and them say, how comes you ask me for Robert and you and him drive? If the boat bus, them did for stop and wait upon him and travel with him. If the boat a sink, all him did have to do a jump out of the boat and go in a for them boat. But two them leave him now, the boat bust and sink and nobody no see him from that. Him dead left the 2 little girls, the father said. The police are investigating the death of a senior citizen whose body was found at his house in Yala, St. Thomas on Tuesday morning. He has been identified as a 68-year-old Joubert Fisher of Loudon Hill in Yalas. Our news team understands that sometime after 8 a.m., a man went to the house to carry out repairs when he stumbled upon Fisher's lifeless body. The police were informed and the body was seen with what appeared to be head wound. It was removed to the morgue. A postmortem is scheduled for a later date. A 16-year-old girl of a Clarendon address was charged with the murder of her brother, 23-year-old Leonard Cole, at their home in Hazard Drive, Maypen in Clarendon on Friday, August 5. Reports on the Maypen Criminal Investigation Branch are that about 9:30 a.m., the accused and her sister had a dispute when Cole intervened. The police report that the dispute escalated and the teen girl used a knife to stab Cole in the upper body. He was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. On Monday, August 8, the accused was interviewed in the presence of her attorney, after which she was charged. Her court date is being finalized.